Alright class, settle down, class is in session. Everyone get to your seats.
Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome back to Rimworld. So, I do apologize for not having made any videos over the last week. That was just basically because I was at an anime convention, because I go to those sort of things. I forgot that was actually last week. I was just like, oh shit, it's already up, but yeah, because of that, basically didn't remember to actually, make a video for when I was going to be away, so that happened. Alright, so let's see, our little village here of a bit of happiness is chugging along okay. We're gonna go ahead and order these rocks out of this guy's room. They're probably driving him nuts, the poor guy. But yeah, we got ourselves our nice little village. Again, we're on an easier difficulty. I just wanted to show you that, I guess for people who are sort of intimidated by this game or something, because it's a pretty frustrating game on the higher difficulties, and it's frustrating in a good way most of the time. But there are definitely times and days where I'm just like, I don't want to deal with these stupid pirate raiders dropping every single day, because there gets to a point where they come way too often and then they stop coming and it's the same encounters over and over and over again. I mean, there is a bit of a mechanic to stop the pirates from spawning, but as far as I know, there's no mechanic for stopping the mechanoids from spawning, and it just gets to be really annoying. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start thinking about zoning some more walls. We're going to switch over to wood because that's what we like to make our stuff out of. One of the things that I noticed in this patch, and I checked the notes and I think that that was in there, is that natural foliage doesn't grow as quickly, and in the particular biome that I'm in, this northern cold biome, it naturally is slower. So we're going to actually have to start growing some plants here, which is a little bit not that big a deal, so we're fine with that. We're going to go ahead and put this growing zone over here right by our others and switch this over to oak trees for now. Oak trees take a long time to grow. It's too cold for them to grow right now, but that's fine. They'll get to that point eventually. Alright, and we've switched over to the faster speed because that's what we want to do. But yeah, we definitely don't want to be spending lots and lots of metal just because we've got a village here that's taking a little bit of an advantage of the easier setting. I'm definitely not playing this the way I would normally play this. I have a lot of just missing things that I would never normally want to have missing. And because of that, we have to sort of consider what we're doing here. Let's go into temperature control here, and we're going to add a vent, and we're going to put it right here as well. And this is going to make it so that we've got a good airflow so that the people working in the kitchen here are okay. We definitely want that to be the case. Our tailor's workbench, we've got plenty of pants now, I think. Yeah, we've got some good pants. They're shoddy, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and start making some jackets. And we're just going to make regular jackets for now. We'll make 5 of them. And we'll make them out of whatever we can have at hand, because we honestly don't have the greatest amount of resources at our disposal here, so we just have to use whatever. It's a bit of a shame, but I don't think that they mix different types of leathers or furs, which makes me wish kind of that they just generalized it into one type. Like, I know it's different for the purpose of the market for the most part, but I mean, if you had a whole bunch of rabbit skins and a whole bunch of beefalo or whatever, what are these actually? Are they actually hares? Yeah, they're actually hares, and then there's those... Or they're not beefalos, that's not star. What the hell are they in this? Muffalos, right. If you had, like, a mixture of those and a mixture of tortoise leather, you could cobble together a jacket. It would probably look ugly, but, I mean, it would ultimately be just as warm, so why not? That'd be a nice addition. Looking around here, I can see that there are absolutely no additional... yeah, I can't find anything that I can use to make my guys warmer here. There's no muffalos. I could start hunting hares, but it's so unproductive. I mean, I might as well, but I've got a good amount of meat stored up, so I don't need that part. It's just I need the leather, and we're pretty short on that. We've got a bit of elk hide left. We've got a bit of elk hide there and a bit of muffalo leather. I think we got enough for jackets, but I don't know if we actually have enough for 5 jackets is the thing. But you know what? That's fine. Anyway, we've got enough wood lying around here that I think we could go ahead and order ourselves some floors here. And again, we're going to do wood floors just because I think they look best in this game. Like, I don't think they're supposed to be the best according to the people who live here. There's some sort of, like, future snobs who like disco retro floors that are made out of metal. But I like the wooden floors like this, and we're going to cancel the ones that are underneath this thing because they will never actually get built. Because I keep forgetting to do the floors that are under that beforehand, and in fact we also have to cancel all of these, so otherwise those white boxes are just going to be there forever. It's going to drive me nuts. There we go. Alright, we finished brewing. Okay, fantastic. So let's go ahead into our production table, and let's get our brewery going. And this we're going to put in our kitchen. I mean, it's not actually required in the kitchen as other things would be, but, you know, it's good enough. You can see that people are no longer growing things, and again, this has everything to do with that fact that we're into that season where people just can't grow. We don't have the lights. Actually, do we? I don't remember if that is something that you start with or not. Oh yeah, you do start with sun lamps. I forgot you don't have to research that. Okay, well, what we can do is we can build ourselves an indoor farm zone again. And what we want to do for that is, of course, go into our miscellaneous, go into sun lamp. And we'll put it here. I think this looks reasonable. And we can... Okay, I'll need a wall 2 up, across. And that will be fine. We'll make these walls out of steel. So it goes across like this. And I think we want it equidistant. I think equidistant is... I'm so bad at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is fine, I think. And then we'll actually draw this across here, if I recall. How did I do that? Did I do this right? Okay, yeah, so I do have to take a little bit out of my strawberry patch, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and go with structure, pull our wall across here, and we're going to have a steel door that goes down here. Actually, well, yeah, steel door's fine. We could deconstruct that steel horseshoe pin, but people, I think, can still play it. And we're going to need some more steel cut out for us, so we're going to go ahead and make that a reality. Going to mine that little bit there. There's not much there. And there's quite a bit of silver there, I think. Is that, no, that's compacted steel, okay. Which is good, I suppose. Psychic drone, well, that's not too terrible. Our villagers were relatively sane and happy at the time, so shouldn't have too much of an impact on us. We're going to start brewing a little bit of beer, just so that we can get that done. And then people will use that as a means to be a little bit happier. We'll make about 20 of these. 21, whatever. You know, that's fine. Got these people around here having a nice social chat, which is great. It's fantastic. Alright, let's go ahead and start zoning up some stuff here. Or powering up some stuff here. We'll bring this across to here. And we'll bring it up and then just into here. That's fine. And for this, we're going to need a growing zone. We might as well just do the whole thing. It doesn't particularly matter. Even though parts of it won't ever actually be used for growing. Potatoes are fine in there. And we're going to need to get some heat in there. And what we're going to do for this is actually put in a full-on radiator there. And we're also going to add in a vent over here. It's just that, you know, this is a big room. I want to make sure that there's some heat going across there. Perfect. Okay, so this is going to help us live throughout the winter here. You can see that, like, our food stockpiles are okay, but we need to keep them pretty much constantly good. Why do we have no food all of a sudden? Because that's been suspended. Okay, well, let's unsuspend that. Alright. I think that the psychic drone's going to go away relatively quickly, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, we're probably... Oh, shit. Okay, well... I'm not going to worry about it. I just don't really care. That's going to be perfectly fine. So, yeah, our potato greenhouse is going to be fine. We got some people over here playing that. That's fine. Everything's fine. It's good. It's all fine. Looks like we still have a couple of these simple meals stockpiled up, but I think we've got like one left, so we're going to have to get Ed cooking here. Get cooking, Ed. Got our big walk-in freezer, as we usually do. That's just the thing that we like. And yeah, that's gonna make things go pretty well. Like, we can't grow anything in all of these fields here right now, which is a bit brutal, but that's fine. We're gonna have enough supplies that we're gonna be able to last out this winter, and we've also got one of our cables burned. Okay. Forbes is on it, but we're going to lose quite a bit of cable, it looks like. Okay, so actually we didn't lose that much cable. We do have to repair this little bit here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and do the thing that I never actually do and just build a redundant line there. And the reason that you want to do that, of course, is that you've got the power going to all sorts of different places if you need it. But yeah, these guys are such terrible people when it comes to making electricity, or not making electricity, properly using electricity safely. But that's fine. Alright. So, the way I kind of want to build this out, I want to build a rec room over here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plot that out. We're not going to be able to actually do much with it, but we are going to be able to start planning it out here. So we're going to build it out to here. It's going to come down from here, and there's going to be this narrow hallway that's going to come down. And we'll put it down to about here. And we're going to put it down to about here. Like that. And we need to get our wood over here, like there. So this is going to be a rec room, and that's going to come down in more rooms, like housing that people are going to live in. We don't probably have enough wood for this, but we might. Anyway, we're going to make this a rec area, so we, of course, want something like a pool table in there. We're going to put it back here, I think. But we can't build that right now. The reason is, of course, that we don't have any cotton, and we won't until the next growing season. Or we could get trade. That's possible. Got our potatoes planted, which is nice. Lovely taters. And these, despite the light being on constantly, like, theoretically, if you're having trouble with electricity, turn off your sun lamps every evening. And what's going to happen is you're going to end up saving on electricity in the evenings, and that'll help with that, because your plants go into a state called resting. You can see it here. All plants do, and they stop growing. Like, they only grow for half the day, and it doesn't matter what time of day that is if you have a sun lamp. It'll do whatever portion of the day it happens to work. So if you've got a potato room like this, you're probably going to just end up using a small portion of the day, and the rest of the electricity is going to waste. So it's not really what you want. Either way, now that I'm working on this, I should probably work on a little bit more lighting, especially in the kitchen where poor Ed has to keep working in the darkness. And as good as a band the darkness is, I'm not even sure that they're considered a good band, but, you know, there we go. That'll make Ed's life a little bit nicer. There we go. But yeah, I'm not sure that they're considered a good band. They're a really cheesy band. They're a fun band. I like their songs, but, like, they're a bit of a one-hit wonder, I guess, as well, so, you know, there's that. Alright, let's go ahead and floor up our rec room. And let's also go ahead and go into temperature here. If I could actually click on things, and we'll add a vent into there. I don't know why I'm putting it there, actually. Let's cancel that. We should make these consistent, just for aesthetic reasons. And again, this will save us on a little bit of resources and a little bit of electricity, so this room will get plenty of heat from this room over here, which is Svejgard's. I can't pronounce that name. That is a very not English name. But, yeah. I mean, technically speaking, so is Chile, but at least Chile is pronounceable. Manabu's also not very English, but I mean, I can kind of understand where those words go, but Svejgard, I don't know how to pronounce a J that goes right by a G like that. Either way, you know, I'm just blathering on here. Alright, so for now, we'll go ahead and we'll put the chest table in there. We'll put it over here, and we'll, of course, need some furniture around it. We'll put... I don't think we have enough hair leather. Yeah, we don't. So we're going to start killing rabbits again. I don't know if I can even say again. I don't know if I've done much rabbit killing, but... okay, so you guys are squirrels, which is lovely. That's fine, whatever. But we have to kill like 1,000,000 rabbits now. My apologies to all of you guys who like rabbits. Personally, I do like rabbits, but I also think they're delicious, so... You know. Yeah. Okay. Did all the rabbits disappear? Huh. It might just be that time of year where there are no rabbits. I didn't think that happens. Okay, well, panning around here, I do not see any rabbits. That's interesting. Okay, I also don't see anything that I can hunt at all, so we're gonna go ahead and cancel those chairs. Got ourselves our steel chest table. Oh, there's a rabbit. Maybe it's just that I was zoomed out too far and I couldn't see them. They are kind of hard to see because they have got that winter camouflage, I guess. I'm gonna let people go through their time while I look for rabbits here. For them to hunt rabbits first, I have to hunt rabbits. There they are. They're just really buggers to see. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that's all rabbits. That's a rabbit. It's easier to see them, I guess, when I'm unpaused, because they move around a little bit. But still, bit of a bugger. There we go. And hopefully we won't have any friendly fire hunting incidences, because those are too common in this game. You'd think you could establish a rule. It's like, if the target, like, has a chance of, like, you just shooting your friend, you don't take the shot, but... Alright, you got some visitors from Strength Mountain. That's fantastic. They're just sort of derping around in the corner there. They're like high as kites or something. I don't know what they're doing. Some metal down here. We'll unforbid that. Why not? And I think that there's going to be a room in there that I could explore, but I don't know if I want to do that right now. The thing about those event rooms is that they're kind of just as dangerous in easier difficulties. They're not necessarily exactly as dangerous, but they still usually have something in there, and I'm usually under-equipped. So you can see that I don't really have guns like I normally do, and the reason for that is because I haven't been getting attacked by people who have guns, so where am I going to get guns from? So, you know. Alright, let's get that rabbit. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. I don't know who has that kind of accent. I know that Elmer Fudd is the one that has that accent, but I don't know where that comes from. Maybe just because they thought it sounded funny, which probably did back then. But for all I know, some guy in like Minnesota or something like that actually talks like that. Alright, let's keep doing some steel. It's weird that they have compacted like steel here instead of iron. Like, naturally occurring steel seems very odd to me. Maybe I'm just fussy. Probably I'm just fussy. Alright, so we're out of trees. I don't know if you can actually make an indoor tree park, but I don't really care to try. So we're going to go ahead and look for some that we can chop down here. That one's big enough, apparently. Okay, fantastic. These ones are all too small. These ones look big enough. Okay. Okay. And that's all good. Do we not have any hunters right now? Let's check our overview. We have got a hunter. And we have got exactly one hunter. I could actually switch to Manabu, but... because he's more passionate about it, and that would make him happier, but I think I'm happy with Forbes doing it, because he was the one that was actually good with the gun, as opposed to these other guys, which are not. Although, of course, Forbes over there, I think just went, looked at the rabbit, decided not to shoot, moved around, didn't take the shot, and ended up going home without anything. So, good job, Forbes. You're a complete and total waste of space. Alright, furniture. We'll go ahead and queue these up, even though I don't think that we're going to ever, like, have enough for this. That's not even facing the right way. There we go. And I'm going to find out that, like, people actually play just standing up, so there's going to be, like, these two seats that people can't actually sit in, and then just people standing on either side of the chessboard. But you know what? That's fine. Alright. Oh yeah, he's gotten a good number of rabbits. Oh, shit. Huh. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I have no idea what just happened there. Like, I know I've got this set to the easier difficulty, but, like... Shot by Chili. When did that happen? What? Chili, when did you shoot a person? Alright, well, whatever. Are you actually dead? Because you don't look dead. Okay, what's gonna... I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I think there was a glitch, actually. This looks like a glitch. Forbes, get out here. See, you definitely do not look dead. And Forbes is about to shoot at you, so you're clearly not dead. Alright, well, you're dead now. But, like... yeah, that was very strange. Okay. Whatever. You... free to do whatever you want to, and we're gonna go dig a grave for our friend who just showed up in the state of already being dead. I don't understand at all. But, whatever. It happens. I don't know how it happens, and I don't think that it should actually happen, but... I mean... whatever. We're going to suspend this until our chairs are done, because as it turns out, comfortable chairs is much more important than being able to survive winter. I would say that. I'm not sitting in a comfortable chair right now, and man, do I ever wish I did. I'm not wearing a jacket either, so I mean, you know, it's exactly like that. Alright, so you can see that the potatoes that are not exactly in the light are kind of growing. I mean, they're not growing very well, but, I mean, there's no real reason to be too fussy with it. I like being too fussy about it because I'm that kind of person. I'm that guy, but you don't have to be. I might go in and trim this out a little bit later, but, it's probably okay. I'll live. I won't live. I'll literally look at it and just die bleeding from my eyeballs. Anyway, yeah. So one of the things that is quite good in this situation is that we're trying to keep everything more and more indoors. And by doing that, we stop a lot of this heat from getting wasted, because a lot of it goes out to the outside, and it's -12 outside. It's 12 degrees indoors, so that's warm enough, but we want to be losing as little of this heat as possible to the outside. It might even be a good idea for me to add in another heat source in this room here. Okay, so like if I added another one in here, just one in each room, sharing between all three of these. I don't even know if it really matters. If I'm going to put one in all three, it probably doesn't matter, but you know. But yeah, 10 degrees, 9 degrees. It's probably because a little bit of cold air is escaping through this airlock, which is at or is at 3 degrees, so it's not that bad. But this airlock here, to keep the cold out, is not necessarily keeping all the cold air out when this door opens. So, and she does open that door a lot. So, all right. How many medium qualities have we got? We got 33 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and temporarily suspend our cook fine meals order. And what's going to happen is she's going to start butchering these rabbits, and that'll get us a bunch of morsels, but more importantly, it's going to get us a bunch of this hair leather, which we're going to eventually use enough of to build these chairs. Of course, apparently I'm going to need to kill 25 rabbits per chair, which is kind of meh. Can't honestly say that that is a good number to have to shoot for. It's like, well, I mean, if you're going to make a chair out of rabbits, how many rabbits do you think that would take? I guess that would take a lot of rabbits. Alright, and what else should we get doing? Because our base is pretty much, this is just base building mode. Like, honestly, easy mode is base building mode. That's what you do in it. And I'm fine with that, and I'm having a good time with that, because it's nice and relaxing compared to what it normally is. But it does leave you a lot more time to sort of think about what you want your base to look like and what you want to do with it. One of the other things, I should probably get back on research, and I should probably go ahead and make ourselves hospital beds. Just because, honestly, just because we're on easy doesn't mean injuries can't happen. And it's good to have the better hospital beds just so that people end up with less weird and wonky disabilities. Is this gold? That is gold. Okay, let's mine into there and see what's up with that. Taking a little bit of rock with me, but that's fine. Oh, Muffalo herd. Okay, that is fantastic. I did see one of them just walk off the map, which kind of sucks, but other than that... So what we're going to actually do is we're going to switch these off of... We're going to switch these off of rabbit hair, and we're going to specifically make these out of Muffalo fur. Leather, whatever. There we go. Because I suspect we're actually going to be able to get that, and it's a nice blue color, so... yeah, with that big swarm of Muffalo coming in, I think we're going to end up having enough for that. Okay. One of the things that I've done in this one that I normally, is different is I haven't built any wind turbines. I've just been a little bit frustrated with them sometimes just because of how little they provide. It's nice that they provide a steady amount all the time, but I think part of it also is, like, we started right beside geothermal source, so, we ended up with this nice base that's mostly being powered by geothermal. We've got 3 of these solars. So, yeah, it becomes quite efficient to work it this way, I find. Alright, our potato harvest is in. Fantastic. Alright. Let's see if Forbes can get us the rest of these Muffalo. Now, one of the other things that I kind of want to do in this area is I kind of want to build a bar. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Because, like, we could build a steel long table here, and we could build it over here. But that's a bit too thick, in my opinion, for a proper bar. I would kind of like it better if it was a bit thinner. What I kind of also want to do is make sure that there's, like, a micro fridge here or something. So I might want to build it along this side. Put the fridge up here, just where there's no vent for that, or I could build it as an attachment here. I could build another little fridge for beer, and just have a bar here, which would be more aesthetic than it would be functional. It'd be nice if this game had actual, like, bar stuff, like bar stools, bar everything, and all those other accoutrements, but, I think that we can make a passable looking one in our rec room here, so we'll have to think a little bit about how we want to do that. We'd want to, of course, use steel stools, because that's what you have at bars. But, yeah, I think that we can make that work. So let's get working on that, I suppose. I can't remember if you need to refrigerate beer, but I know that a lot of people prefer cold beer. So we're going to just, putz around and make ourselves a tiny walk-in freezer. And we don't need this one to actually have the same level of psychotic paranoia that we have when we do other types. Let's go ahead and build a long steel table here. We'll go ahead and build a wooden wall along here. And a wooden door that goes there. And that's going to be our little bar thing, whatever. And yeah, should be good. This should be okay. We'll zone a little stockpile area in here that is for nothing but beer. And we're going to not allow rotten. We're not going to allow resources, items, weapons, corpses. We're going to go into food. And we're only going to allow beer. There we go. And we're going to make that priority critical. It is absolutely imperative, 110%, that that room has beer in it. Okay. Now we don't want beer to freeze, so we're not going to. That's another thing. It's weird that you can put beer in that room and it won't, like, freeze, which would be awful, but... I mean, yeah, we can get away with this sort of nonsense. We can get away with building stuff purely for the flavor of it, rather than being effective or efficient, because that's kind of fun, too. Alright, let's go into power. Let's get that across there. And back there. And, of course, we're also going to want to get furniture and add some lights into here. We'll put it right there, it's fine. So we'll have someone working behind the counter there. He'll be our bartender. And it's a shame that you can't actually do anything to make that person a bartender, but... that's fine. It's not really functional or important that that happens, because as far as the game's concerned, it's just an aesthetic thing. Alright, there we go. I think that'd do. Alright, got some more iron over here as well, in a puddle of puke. Fantastic. I kind of wonder if it's because people have been drinking or what, but I got some guess over there. Alright, more gold. It's probably going another in, so we'll do a little bit further. I do dislike that I have to run someone all the way down there. I probably should pay more attention to them, but it doesn't really matter. It's fine. Alright, so this thing needs to go down to about 1 degree Celsius. We don't want our beer frozen, we want our beer to be cold. So that should be fine. Our rec room is 3 degrees Celsius. This is such a cold map, I think, that it's really making it harder for me to keep rooms warm. So we're going to go ahead and add a heater in the back behind the bar. Yeah, it's 3 degrees across the whole thing. It's going to stop people from freezing to death and stuff like that, but It is kind of weird that it's warmer over on this side, I suppose, but it shouldn't actually be that surprising because a lot of the cold air is coming in from this unheated room over here, but, you know, it happens. Alright. Alright, cargo pods. What do we got here? This is some kind of cloth. Boar skin, okay. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay, so we finished. Oh, we need to unsuspend the jackets order. I think we've got both our chairs done. No, we've got one chair done. Shit. It's at 6 out of 100, so we need to kill a lot more muffalos, which seem to have disappeared off the face of the planet. Fantastic. I guess they migrated off the map before I could finish killing them all, because I don't think we actually got that many. Alright, we are down to 8 meals. We'll have to switch that up here. Let's unsuspend our cook fine meals, and that will start up again, which is good. Ed's doing useless stuff like building heaters, so it doesn't really matter. And what the hell happened over here? Oh right, we haven't added wood there yet. So we've got this, like... I don't understand what this black line is. That's a little peculiar. I think that's a graphical error. Okay. Strange. Now, I kind of wonder what this beer would taste like, because I've never had a beer that is literally just fermented hops. I would imagine it would actually be pretty terrible. I'm pretty sure that would be pretty terrifying, but, you know, we can deal with it. Okay, how much of these different leathers do we have? We've got 35 muffalo leather. If we get a trader to come by that's not a slave trader, we could go buy some of that, which would be a good idea. I have noticed that we have not been getting that many traders, which is a little bit not good. You know, it's not the ideal. But that aside, we're down to minus 20. This is kind of like Alberta weather that we're hitting here. Yeah, it's a slave trader again. I mean, let's see if they've actually got anything else, and let's see who our good negotiator is. That would be Forbes. Okay, well, I think Forbes is going over towards that general area anyway. Let's see what you have to say here. Yeah, they've got a Scottish banker, and a huntsman who is an assassin. And they've got a liver and a lung. Okay, so none of this is useful to me, so let's ignore that for now. I know it's doing that because, like, those are considered high-valued things to have, but, I mean, at the same time, that's not really what we want here. I think everybody's staying warm enough. I'm hoping that we're going to get these jackets done quickly, though. Yeah, I wonder if the other traders don't come as often on other difficulties for some reason. That seems counterintuitive to me, because they're just as important in other difficulties. Alright. Either way. Probably need to do something to reduce our energy production for a little bit, because we're probably going to get another exploding console here. That tends to happen when all your batteries are full, so we're going to go ahead and... Did they take away the ability to turn this on and off? I don't know. I think they did. Fantastic. Okay, I could add another switch here that stops any power from coming out of geothermal. That might be an idea, but I think we could also just start using up more electricity. Alright. How warm is this room? 10 degrees, that's good enough. That's 10 degrees, that's good enough. 10 degrees, that's good enough. And I know there's people out there thinking it's like, I would die at 10 degrees Celsius. All I gotta say to you guys is you're a pansy. And I'm only half kidding. Yeah, I mean, you can actually be in pretty cold weather and be perfectly fine. T-shirt weather, 10 degrees. Seriously. I live in a city that goes down to minus 40, so, you know. And sometimes you want to walk somewhere and it's minus 40, and you'll do it. And you'll live. Or you won't, you know. I mean, there are probably plenty of people who have not survived walking around in minus 40 weather, but I have, so, you know. Yeah. Let's go to research screen, and let's go into cremation. I don't really need it, per se, but it's probably a good idea to get it just in case. You never know when the bodies start piling up, you want to get rid of a lot of them. It's a shame you can't just burn them in a fire to get rid of, like, most of it. Because you could cremate people in, like, big bonfires. You didn't need to have, like, anything specific or fancy set up. You just have to have, like, a really hot fire, which is not necessarily that easy to make. It would be a lot of wood, but I mean, it's a shame you can't do that. You know, how, like, traditional cremations worked. Exotic goods trader. Okay, finally. Forbes, where are you? You're asleep probably, aren't you? Oh no, you've just woken up, and you want breakfast. Okay, well I'll let you eat your breakfast first. Okay, you're gonna go talk to those exotic goods traders. Let's see here. What have you guys got for us? We've got this cloth shirt that is so bad that we're gonna sell it. This one's actually not bad. Seems to be at 100%. Cloth pants that are awful. We'll sell those. Sell those. Those are full. Those are full, so that's fine. They're selling a hyperweave parka that is poor, and it costs 3,000, which explains a lot about a lot of things. Let's sell them our gold. I don't really need it. And let's see here. What I'm looking for is some materials, but that's the bulk goods trader that you get that from. And you know, this is going to be fine, I suspect. We'll accept. That's fine. But yeah, they didn't have anything too useful for us. Let's actually go see if we can get more gold. No, not really. Okay, so we can basically just get that. That was a very small one. Oh yeah, well I guess we could look at our overview tab and look at history. Alright, so what's history saying? Let's see here. Our wealth has gone in sort of weird whatevers. That's fine. Wealth in items, wealth in buildings. The reason that this is spiked downward is because we sold our gold. What's going to happen is it's going to spike back up once they move the silver onto the stockpile, because this only counts the stuff that's on your stockpiles. So, you know. Let's see here. What did I have for anything here? Oh yeah, they can just wear anything. And you know what? I'm fine with that. They can just slap on whatever they want to wear. It's a free country. And they sort of default to wearing the clothes that I'm building, and I'm building sort of the heaviest clothes I can. I think Ed here, for example, like if I checked Ed's outfit, gear, she's wearing a parka, which is awful, but I mean she's wearing a parka, you know. If I check her needs, how are things going here? She's got very low expectations, apparently. In a little pain, that's a little bit odd. And she's wearing tattered apparel. So she is actually complaining about that lousy-ass parka that she's wearing. But you know what? That's fine. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to alter our outfits here. We're going to edit everything, and we need everything to be at least 50% for both of these. Poor is probably going to be fine, I think. So let's close that and watch as everybody goes and just takes off all their clothes. And then I have to redo that again. But, you know, it's fine. It's kind of funny that people in this situation are as picky as they are. Okay, well, he seems to have injured himself already somehow. We're gonna get Manabu over here and he'll just shiv the guy. Okay, never mind. He's just gonna run up and get killed by the turret. Like, even if he beats it, it's gonna explode and it's going to kill him. Yep, and dead. Alright. Well, that's another dead body. It's a shame that he's not alive so that we could capture him, but, you know, whatever. Let's go ahead and have Svejgard over here strip this guy. He's just putting that stuff in there anyway. Or did he actually... He didn't replace that clothes that he took off. Okay, well, Svejgard, you're gonna... yeah, go put on some clothes here. Let's see. And Steel Shiv, Shoddy, we're gonna have that pick upable. And we're gonna undraft you so you can go put some clothes on. Sorry about that, Svejgard. Yeah, go put on some clothes. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So, yeah, I'm assuming Ed is going to wake up. She's going to take that parka and she's going to say, screw this lousy parka. She's going to go out into the world without a jacket. Fantastic. Well-informed decision. I like your line of thinking. Okay, so apparently whoever's making these jackets is not good enough at making jackets to qualify. So we're going to actually, yeah, let them go without those. So if we were to look, though, Ed over here drinking her beer, if we go check her needs, she's going to be a little bit happier, except for the fact that she's very cold now. She ate off the ground for some reason. I don't know why she decided to do that when we've got this lovely dining table here. Yeah, so that should go away now. So, does that go away? Yeah, no, she still ate off the ground. What? That was your decision. Okay, so she does need a jacket. Slave traders passing by, that's fine. Let's Let's see here. This room's warm enough that I think that she's only going to be cold for like these very brief periods, so she should be okay. You have to keep an eye on your cook when you've got a walk-in freezer or fridge, just because like they've got that opportunity to freeze to death or be really cold and, you know, unhappy about it. But anyway, yeah, we've got lots of shitty clothes apparently, it looks like, that we need to get people off of. That's fine, though. That's fine. We'll have to make another shirt, it looks like, or jacket, so we'll switch that up to 3. Hopefully we'll get enough extra muffalo or whatever that we can just deal with that. That would be nice. But I don't see anything that we can hunt right now, and those muffalo buggered off real quick, I think. I only think I killed like half of them, maybe. Because there were a lot of muffalo that we could have gotten there, but... Or we could get a bulk goods trader, honestly. A bulk goods trader would also be good for us at this point in time. I don't usually buy too much stuff off of the bulk goods, but, you know, I mean, they're kind of okay. They do what they have to do. We can go ahead and hunt more hares, I suppose. And let's see. There was one I saw up here, I think. Yeah, there's the one up here. And... okay, we're going to deal with other things right now. We're not going to deal with any more hunting for a little while. We should probably make sure that our hunter is wearing a jacket, definitely. So who was our hunter? It was Forbes, was it? Yeah, yeah, it was Forbes that we had sent hunting. He's the one with the rifles, so that is fine. Forbes, let's check. You're even improving your shooting here, which is great. Let's check your gear, though. We've got a boarskin jacket on Forbes. That's fantastic, so he'll be okay. It's not as good as a parka, obviously, but it's good enough. It's what we need in our situation here. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty much our episode for today. I hope you found this one enjoyable. I'll try and, you know, catch back up. I just needed a little bit of a rest after going to a convention. Conventions are always awful if you, like, for the week after. You just feel like you are dead after you go to one of those. But, yeah, it was fun. And, so yeah, I hope you found this video enjoyable. And as always, I hope to see you all next time. It's probably fine. Okay, yeah, there we go.